We're good to go.
Welcome to the Township of Nipissing Recreation Committee meeting, Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 6:30. Disclosure of pecuniary interest. I see none. Approve the minutes of the Recreation Committee meeting held March 2nd, 2026. We'll move right to secondary, Julie and Jen. All in favor that the minutes of the March 2nd, 2026 Recreation Committee meeting are approved as circulated. All in favor. I can see today. Bottle drive.
So we did both landfills on Sunday and the total was 317.10. A little bit of garbage, but when I picked them up, it wasn't too bad. I'm not sure how it was at the empty side, but it was pretty good overall.
Oh, in April.
Oh, the garbage part? Oh, there was a bit, I think the last time before, yeah. Yeah, but it's getting better again, so.
What was the numbers for April?
Fun.
Would it be right in saying 289.10?
Possibly, yeah. It could be sitting on my desk because there was a file on my desk that I meant to grab today too. I will get that, I apologize.
Team dance wrap up.
I came to the dance and I promptly left because I was really sick, and thanks to Kristen who came and did it with Kim. However, Kim did send me a message. 21 kids showed up. One left early, the rest stayed till the very end. The DJ took all the requests and he played everything that the kids wanted, so that was great, according to the kids. The sour gummies and the candies are always a hit. Chocolate chips, just a few people wanted pop, but mostly they wanted water. So the canteen, everything was $1 and for a total of 67 items sold, so $67. It's a great place for these kids to come and be safe and, you know, spend their money. So I don't know if we can possibly keep the items. I know things are rising, but keep the items at $1 just so it's easy for them. And I don't know if we can absorb, if things are more than $1, just absorb that cost. We'll have to discuss that, I guess. But other than that, apparently it went quite well. So thanks,
Kristen. Kind of
Kristen.
figured out in the budget for the team dance.
Yeah,
So
okay.
It's excellent. The DJ's already booked for the next one, so.
Great.
When's the next one?
Pardon me?
When's the next one?
October
It's usually a Halloween one, right?
30th.
30th, yes. Thank you. Oh, you're looking at.
It's right.
So no pop? Is that what?
Well, we don't usually have pop, but then Kim said they only ordered a few, but they mostly wanted water. So
Okay.
maybe Kristen can answer that more. Do you remember if there was pop there?
At the teen dance,
Yeah.
there was, because it was left over from my tribute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had leftovers and we weren't
wasn't
sure if it was something the committee wants to keep
specifically
doing.
bought
or
for
not.
that.
Oh, okay,
It was just left over.
perfect, okay, yeah.
So we're not gonna have,
We
We're not
we
gonna-
have it in the past, just because most kids really prefer water.
and I have on my note, I think we need a couple more, sour candies, cause I think you ran out of them,
Okay.
so.
Sour candies and the regular candies in the little cups, they are always such a hit. They love that.
Easter.
You wanna talk to her or am I gonna talk to her? So I think, I think we had a good time. I say thank you to the boys, that put together bat boxes and bird houses. My hat goes off to them because man, that was a task, but the kids loved it. I think they had a really good time. I liked having your thoughts. I think it worked better.
They were contained in the
In
one
here,
area.
yeah.
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 I mean, yes, they weren't out looking for Easter eggs, but they had crafts to do, they had fun to do. We were done, we were booked until 2 and we were done and wrapped up by 1:30.
Oh, perfect.
Everybody through,
One kid didn't show, that was it.
just one child didn't show from everybody that registered, so I think it was a good time. I think the planters were good again, right? So there was the planters, there was the bat boxes, there was the bird houses. Oh,
The
we did
cookies.
cookies. This time we bought cookies from outside and.
They
it
were
made-
great.
Kathy, how do you feel about the cookies from
They were
outside?
great.
They were great.
Did you decorate them?
Yeah, so we found ones where we decorated with the markers. So
Oh,
Kathy didn't have to deal with the
edible
mess with
markers.
icing and everything
Oh,
else.
perfect.
The
Good.
picture
Great.
was set into the icing.
Yeah.
So the kids just colored in the lines.
Excellent.
Right,
And the
went-
markers did smell like marshmallows.
Wow.
So the community center was the best place
I think so.
for weather and stuff, it definitely was, so.
Yeah,
I think with as well as the crafting went over and stuff, I think next year when we look at planning, I think we should talk about doing a crafting day for the kids. It
Like
might be-
separate from Easter.
Yeah, separate from Easter, like it might be fun to do something like, like how they do the plaster, what do you call it? The clay, where they can put their hands in the clay and they can take it.
like a
home
stepping
and,
stone or something.
You know,
Yeah.
something like that, like something fun. It might be fun next year to put together a day like that, because I think they like the crafts more than anything,
Oh, yeah.
more than the candy and junk.
Mhm.
And then we saw actually people, I sent little pictures of people actually using their kites.
Using their kites.
Yeah, so we gave
Everybody
kites.
had kites and.
Oh, okay.
And kids were actually flying the kites. Great, so it's kind of cool. I think it was a good time.
They loved the
Good
game.
And they did games for them. They liked it.
We got, like, they were inflatable, like, bunny ears, and they had, it was like a ring toss almost,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but some of them, they were unbalanced, so they wobbled.
Yeah,
Oh, they had a good time.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was good to.
Yeah, I can't say enough to the boys for putting together that stuff for us.
They were building that boxes.
What
We
boys?
probably should have started.
Like
some of it
3 hours
earlier,
before.
Cause it was a longer process than we
They
thought.
thought.
Yeah, it wasn't like doing a ginger.
But some families actually took them home and built them together as a family. So we gave
Oh,
them
that's
all the
awesome.
materials and they just built them at home.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good too,
Yeah.
though. That's fun.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
I think that's it. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
Soccer, oh, I'm soccer. Soccer.
Okay, so the t-shirts are ordered. We're hoping to have them ready for Thursday. They're gonna try really, really hard. I believe we ended up with 86 kids.
Wow.
Yes. Wow, that's a lot.
18.
There's 2 for the 10 to 12s, 4 for 7 to 9, and 4 for 4 to 6, if I'm not mistaken, when I did them all.
Yep, that sounds right when the teams are built.
Yeah, and roughly each team, the older ones have 10 on each. Luckily, one of the 9-year-olds moved up to make it even. And then the other ones have anywhere from 7 to 9 kids, just so then they're not all sitting. We might have to do 6 on 6. Or at least that way, if we did it the other way, then we had about 7 kids sitting on the sidelines each time. So making the 4 teams per, there was less kids sitting.
That's great.
So it starts at 6 on Thursday, weather permitting. We're gonna have to shuffle a few things around this week, just because there's still areas at the park that are so wet. But the first week's usually get to know where your team is, get to know your team drills. We have 4 coaches. We're gonna reach out to a few more, and usually a few step up that day, so. And then it goes into full swing the week after.
So you're currently down 6 coaches
We're down a few.
plus refs.
Plus refs?
Most of the time though, like the coaches will rep, especially for the little ones. We just kind of, the coaches will do it. The older ones, we try and have their own ref, but
We're gonna try to reach out to some of last year's coaches.
You have my kids down for
Yes.
that.
yeah.
You want them there at like 5:30?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I won't be able to get there till probably shortly after 6.
So it works out like always. It's always a good time. The first week's a little iffy, because we have to get the kids to their teams, get them introduced to everybody, but it's always fun. It's a good 8 weeks, and knock on wood, let's hope the rain holds off this year on Thursdays. Last couple of years, it seemed to rain only on Thursdays.
Yep.
It
But-
did, yeah.
Can't control the weather. So if you wanna come out, that would be excellent. Or if you know anybody that'd like to coach or ref or anything, send them our way, please.
Trivia? Trivia is scheduled for July 25th. And I am wondering if we can push it to the fall.
Sure, if that works for you.
In October.
Not in October.
So September, we have the trunk sale. November, we have the roast beef dinner. So the trunk sale is usually at the Heritage Park.
Yeah, and that's the 12th.
That's 12th, yeah.
Early.
And the roast beef dinner is on the 22nd of November.
Oh, it's 22nd, this is 21st here.
Yes,
22nd now?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay.
If I have permission, if we have permission.
yeah, that's on the next meeting. Yeah, it's on the next meeting to see. Saturday was a little hard, so we're wondering about Sundays, so Shelley's got a report for the next meeting. I'm just saying what we have on the September and
I
November.
think September would be good.
Yeah, the trunk sale's in the morning. It's done early, but probably
that's true.
aim for later in this month,
That's
I'm
true, too.
guessing.
Yeah,
When's hunting start? When's,
middle of October is moose hunting. November, beginning is rifle, so September, yeah.
If it works for you.
I won't be for the 12th.
Would it be okay?
November's a great month for trivia because it's a crappy month. What's going on?
Hunting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hunting's a problem.
Yeah, see, I don't hunt, so I don't realize that.
Yeah, but is it not over?
Yeah, rifle's the first 2 weeks.
First, yeah, it's over by the roast beef dinner.
did we make, like, it's
And-
literally over that weekend.
To be honest, you can't hunt in the evening anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
so.
you could, yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna report next meeting for.
Yeah.
Change that to the 22nd, why don't I do my trivia on the 21st?
I'm game with it.
I'm good with that. I haven't been to trivia. I would love
It'd
that.
be fun.
Kind of neat.
Trivia than a dinner. The next day.
And then the next day.
We get to spend the whole weekend
Too bad we
together.
can't do trivia and dinner together. Make a whole day of it. Just kidding. Just kidding, Kristen.
I'm good, like, you just let me know.
So like, would you eat with your plate and play trivia all at the same time?
No, but we do dinner earlier and then start trivia at 7 o'clock. Clean up and start trivia at 7 o'clock.
People might not want to do that on a Sunday night.
I was gonna say. you'd
Yeah,
have
that's a
to-
late night.
Yeah. 21st sounds great.
Awesome.
November 25th.
Anything else for trivia? Movie in the park.
So everybody's okay if we postpone trivia then?
Yeah.
Moving the parks all set up. So depending on when the next meeting is and when we get the list of movies, I may just email the group out the two or three movies options and ask for an email back within 48, 72 hours. And whatever comes in, we'll do that movie, if that's okay. Unless we get the list at the next meeting. They usually try to have it out by June, the list of movies. So besides that, we'll reach out to Tom from Boston Home Hardware with popcorn. And that, it's the canteen, we usually have a couple volunteers for that. And the company does the rest, they set the movie screens up, they tear down. So that's a pretty good evening usually, and so as soon as I get the list of movies, I will send it out.
Facilities, yeah.
So I was just gonna give everybody a little update on what's going on with facilities. So we'll start with the community center. The new ceiling tiles have arrived, so we're gonna start doing that in the next couple of weeks. We did find a little leak over one of our rainstorms, so we are trying to chase that down. Because it hasn't leaked in any other rainstorm, so it's gotta be the way the wind blows so we're trying to chase that down, but the new ceiling tiles are in. We are getting new stoves and hoods for the kitchen, so all the elements will work and the ovens will work. The new tables are being quoted on, so we'll be getting the heavy duty plastic ones, and we already have tablecloths for them, for these tables as well. So it'll be a lot lighter for everybody to move. When people rent, they can move them where they want. It doesn't take 2 to 3 people to move a table. These ones are starting to break. We're running out of parts. We're actually losing parts off some of them, which we're not 100% sure how that happens, but tables, and we're installing change tables in both washrooms here at the community center. So that was a request we had a couple times now, so we went in and we're gonna find the proper ones and install them. Any questions on the community center?
Yeah, I know that one meeting someone had said about high chairs. And I remember saying I'm happy to bring a high chair when there's an event, because I have one, but was there any more discussion on that?
So one of the recommendations I got when I reached out to a few, they said that usually the person with the child brings their own, is what
Okay.
they found.
Okay,
If they require a high chair in a situation like this, they'll bring their own. So I'm wondering if we just leave it at that for now,
yeah,
instead of the investment to have one sit here.
They're expensive. They're really expensive. If you get a proper one,
Not like the ones that we used to have when we were little.
like one for like a center, like a.
Yeah, we're not allowed that. So it's still in the file, but I think if the committee's okay, we just put that on the side burner for a bit and see if we get much more requests. And, somebody said if you do look at one, maybe look at ones that strap to chairs.
Yeah.
What else could I get?
So, yeah,
Again, I think a lot of parents now have those portable travel,
Oh, yeah,
they go, like.
Yeah.
They go to an event, I'm bringing the kids chair.
any other thing for the community center?
Are they getting rid of these tables then?
Yeah, yeah, so what we do is we put it, the majority of stuff on a government auction site, it's called Gov Deals. And then
Oh,
it's a public, auction site, so anybody can get it.
oh, that's great. Because there's still some place.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just very heavy,
Very
so
heavy.
for our maintenance people, for us, like. Fitness center, not much going on there, we're doing general maintenance on the equipment, we're installing a couple more mirrors for safety. So when people are working out facing the wall, they can see what's coming up behind them, just a few safety things and, just dealing with some housekeeping stuff down there. Membership's good, and everything goes good there. The beaches are getting prepped, the porta johns will be delivered the first week in June, so they'll be ready. Don't know if the water will be ready by June, but some people like cold water swims. The rink and park area, the porta john is there, ready for the park. People have been using the park quite a bit already, so the new fiberglass wood chips, so we're due this year to put new wood chips on top. So we're just getting a couple quotes for that, and we'll get a new 4 to 6 inches laid up on top. We have to do that probably every 3 to 5 years, depending. The first batch we knew it was gonna settle quite a bit, so. And, we had great feedback about the rink last winter. People loved the new boards, the lighting was great, the nets. Behind the nets, were amazing, because before the pucks would actually hit the net and then fall down sometimes in between, so they'd have to go around. Now they hit the net, come back on the ice. We're working with a couple, neighboring people, trying to see if we can update our nets for next year, so. Make them a little lighter to move around. So that's just a little thing on the facilities. The other thing that we got was from the East Prairie Sound Community Support. They made a donation of $490 for the use of it on Thursdays. So they got a little bit of money given to them to help facilities that they use. So they made a $490 donation. Yeah, so it just helps offset the facility use program. So yeah, that was great. Any questions or anything about any of the facilities or anything you'd like to see or?
June's meeting.
So June's meeting, what we're looking for is, I know we have a couple members that can attend. We have one scheduled. Do we want to continue with June's? Do we want to make one in July instead of June? And what would you like to see on the June meeting? Does anybody have anything new or anything they want on the agenda? Like any new programs, anything we want to think about? I know you have a conflict in June,
I do.
and I believe, Calista, you have a possible conflict in June. I believe you have a staff meeting or something you were talking about?
Yeah, I have a staff meeting for work.
And I thought somebody else said they had a conflict, but I don't remember who at this time.
It's like the first week of June.
June
When's
first.
it supposed to be? June first?
I was supposed to have a staff meeting, but
Is there anything else you'd like to see on the agendas that we might be missing or anything like that?
We'd love to see some more programming in
Programming? Like what?
here. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
We did talk about yoga for a bit. We've got the,
so yoga,
fraud.
we got asked to put it on the next meeting, so Mark couldn't attend tonight. That will be on the next meeting for sure, for an update.
Yeah, I was just thinking, instead of just chair yoga, doing some other yoga or.
Yeah.
But.
We had talked about doing the
Pilates or
cornhole outside.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's not really a lot of space here.
Well, so we did have horseshoe pits out here at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to run horseshoes, from time to time. But then it just kind of died off and
Maybe after the kids' soccer.
Horseshoe pits might come back again. It might be fun again to see.
Mhm. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it
Are
might
the
be,
spikes still there? Like,
make the chips
no,
tired.
everything was removed.
Oh,
All the boards were removed.
Yeah, what about that fraud event?
Yes, I'll be reaching out to them shortly to find out. They did host one in Calendar, I believe, last month or something, so. Yeah.
So more of those, information sessions, they had one in, Powassan this week, Made. It was the information session, and apparently there's 56 people there. I
Thanks.
missed it.
Yeah, on the fire and emergency management side, and we work with, OPP and the health unit, and hopefully we can schedule a few more things.
Mm-hmm, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty neat, seems to be.
So we're just looking to see what, programming, what you'd like to see on the agenda, like, do we want a section on the agenda for programming? Like, so we can have ideas thrown out at
yeah,
each
just
meeting?
even if we
or-
can throw ideas out and say, because at this point, once we're scheduled, right? But if we look at the summer, we have nothing other than soccer booked for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we
But then
nothing for our summer residents.
I looked
to entice them.
into, that yoga, and there was almost no night we could do it because council, rec committee, museum. Like, there was a point where we were like, well, there's nothing we can book steady because of those meetings that are hosted here.
So
Yeah.
rec is, if we were to do it on a regular basis, is once a month, the museum's once a month, and it's only 1 week out of the whole,
And they're laid out right in January.
yeah. So,
And councils are laid out right in January.
Yeah. But it's nice to have that every week. It's on, so it would have to be Thursdays, which is soccer, and then it was cornhole, which
Mhm.
is probably why we picked Thursdays.
Mhm.
But if there is something like that, we could always work with our neighboring committees
Mm-hmm.
and see if something could be worked out, or, is there a reason this committee have to meet on Mondays? Could we move to a Wednesday, or, so there was just something that's always been,
This is, I'm only bringing it up because
Yep.
it's just good for discussion. It's
absolutely.
not something that I'm
absolutely,
pushing. It's just, it was something that we ran into and it might be worth
yep.
considering and talking about.
The only consistent thing is change, so maybe this group, do we meet on Wednesday nights or Thursday night, or, and it frees up on Monday, or,
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the only reason we left it there was because it just made life easier for the council, right? Because everything was the same 2 days and away you went, but I don't care.
Mhm.
Thursdays.
Just something to look at, just something to look
Apparently not
at, so,
Thursdays. Apparently not Thursdays.
I won't be here then.
but just options,
Mhm.
yeah.
But even at that, so say you want the facilities for a night that something would normally be here, is there another place that we could meet on that night as opposed to
Absolutely.
here?
Like, could we meet at the township office instead of
Or
here?
we could use the training room and the fire hall,
Or the fire hall
if
or
it's not
something?
on a Wednesday night, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
that's
like-
Yeah, we
actually
just
a
have to,
good
we
idea.
just have to know ahead of time, because we have to advertise where the meeting's gonna be.
Your staff, right?
Yeah,
Pardon me?
Well, she just said we had no way to get in, but you have staff that we could get in if we,
Yeah,
is there a room downstairs?
no, but
No.
I mean, you're right, the trainings, like in the
We have the
training
fire
center, the
halls.
fire hall.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, we just have to know ahead, because we have to advertise where the meeting's gonna be, and
Yep.
if public does wanna attend,
All right.
so, but yeah, there is options for sure, absolutely. So maybe we'll look at putting programming or something on the
Yeah.
agendas, so we can just have a general conversation and,
I mean, it might be nice, fun to do something in the summer, right? Especially taking care of our summer residents, if we get it out there, the people that come regularly, are not here all winter. So do we do a tie-dye t-shirt day? Do we do a something just
The other thing you have to keep in mind too is, your volunteer pool and yourselves. Summer's busy for everybody, so you don't wanna tie yourselves up and, or the volunteers or. Cause you guys put in quite a bit of time throughout the year as well and the volunteers, so. But, yeah, no, that's awesome. Now, back, are we having a meeting in June? Do you
So
wanna?
then why don't we have a meeting in June and put that on the agenda?
And I can just catch up afterwards.
But does it
Yeah,
have to be
Sunday
a
night.
Monday night?
Yeah,
Like,
it
can
could
be a
move to a
different
different
night?
night.
I'm gone that whole week.
Oh, you're not.
I'm on executive training that whole week. I leave Sunday, come back Friday.
Could just keep the meeting on, who can attend, as long as we have quorum, we're good. And if the chair can't make it, we can have an alternate chair for the night, or,
I won't know till the week before.
yeah.
I have throw programming on there and we'll have some.
Sounds
Chats.
good.
Mhm.
Anything else about June's meeting?
June first, then, you said?
Yes, sorry, yeah, June first, I was just looking myself. 'Cause I'm away a bunch in June too.
Oh. Yep, that's that time, isn't it? Mover and a seconder, that the meeting is hybrid. It's been a rough day. Yes, please.
Okay, so I need a mover. That the meeting is hereby adjourned at 7 PM and the next regular meeting to be held June 1st, 2026.